You didn't forget your birthday. You just didn't care enough to announce it. You watched the day arrive and did nothing. No post, no party, no reminder. And when someone finally said, "Happy birthday," you smiled politely, like it meant nothing. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people don't want to admit. That behavior isn't random, it's psychological, and it says a lot about how you experience people, attention, and disappointment. If this feels personal, good. Keep watching. Let's get this straight before the lies start. People love to say, "I'm just low-key. I don't care about birthdays. It's just another day." That's not the full story. That's the safe story. Because human beings don't ignore symbols without a reason, and birthdays are one of the biggest social symbols there is. So if you treat yours like a normal Tuesday, psychology says something shaped that behavior. Let's break it down. 1. You learned early that expectations lead to disappointment. Here's the first truth most people avoid. People who downplay their birthday usually learned early not to expect much from others. Maybe people forgot. Celebrations felt forced. The effort didn't match the hype. Or worse, you were excited once and got let down hard. So your brain adapted. It said, "If I expect nothing, I can't be disappointed." That's not indifference. That's emotional self-protection. Mini story. There's always that one kid who pretends they don't care about gifts, but they remember exactly who didn't show up. That kid grows up. They stop announcing birthdays, they stop hoping, they stop risking that feeling again. Treating your birthday like a normal day is often a quiet defense mechanism, not weakness, but not freedom either. 2. You're highly independent to the point of emotional minimalism. Let's get confrontational. People who don't celebrate their birthday often pride themselves on independence. I don't need validation, I don't need attention. But psychology reveals something sharper. You don't just dislike attention, you don't trust it. You've seen how fast people show up when it's convenient and disappear when it's not, so you stopped inviting the performance. Real-life behavior. You don't remind people, you don't post about milestones, you don't like being the center of attention. Compliments make you uncomfortable, not because you lack confidence, but because you don't like owing emotional reactions to anyone. Here's the hard truth. This level of self-reliance looks strong, but it can quietly block connection. 3. You value depth over ritual, and most rituals feel fake to you. This one hits deep. Birthdays are ritualized affection. Same words, same messages, same emojis. To you, that feels hollow. You'd rather have one real conversation, get one meaningful message, share one quiet moment with someone who actually knows you. So instead of celebrating the date, you judge the intent, and when the intent feels shallow, you opt out. But here's the uncomfortable insight. By rejecting the ritual, you also reject the opportunity for people to show up imperfectly. Not everyone expresses care the way you do. Some people only know how to show up when the calendar tells them to. And when you disappear on your birthday, they don't learn you. They just assume you don't care. 4. You're quietly testing who actually notices you. This is the part people won't admit out loud. When you treat your birthday like a normal day, a small part of you is watching. Who remembers without being told? Who reaches out anyway? Who makes the effort? It's not manipulation, it's observation. Scenario: you don't mention your birthday, someone remembers anyway. That moment hits harder than any party ever could, because it answers a deeper question. Do I matter without asking? This is why forgotten birthdays hurt more for people who pretend they don't care. Because you weren't testing the date, you were testing the bond. 5. You've outgrown performative happiness. Here's the rare trait. People who treat their birthday like a normal day are often emotionally mature earlier than others. You don't need fake excitement. You don't need loud happiness. You don't need proof for the internet. You understand something most people don't. Joy doesn't need witnesses to be real. But, and this matters, maturity without reflection can turn into emotional withdrawal, and that's where things silently go wrong. The one thing that changes everything. Here's the shift that flips this entire pattern. Stop pretending you don't care. Start choosing how you care. You don't need a party. You don't need attention. You don't need to announce anything. But you do need intention. 4 actionable shifts you can apply immediately. 1. Replace silence with selective invitation, not for validation, for connection. 2. Redefine celebration. Celebration doesn't have to be loud. It can be a solo walk, a personal ritual, a quiet reset. Make it yours, intentionally. 3. Stop testing people in secret. If you want to be remembered, give people a chance to remember. Silent tests create silent resentments. 4. Let yourself be seen briefly, not for attention, but to practice receiving. Even strong people need mirrors sometimes. Final truth. Don't skip this. Treating your birthday like a normal day doesn't mean you're cold. It means you learn to survive without expectations. But survival isn't the same as fulfillment. You don't have to become someone who celebrates loudly. You just have to stop disappearing from moments that matter to you. Call to action. This year, or today, do one thing differently. Choose one small way to acknowledge yourself. No performance, no audience, no apology. And if this video exposed you a little more than you expected, comment "normal day" below. Let's see who really understood this.